It's pretty wild how fast the habit changed, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
1 minute you're typing mortgage broker near me into Google and scrolling. The next you're basically asking ChatGPT for a custom loan strategy because your income is complicated.
It's the difference between looking someone up in a phone book and, hiring a personal financial assistant.
Yeah.
And for the mortgage industry, that move from search to answer is it's a seismic shift.
That is exactly what we're digging into today. We've got this great analysis from Samyak Online. They're a digital marketing firm that's been watching the space for like 2 decades.
And they're calling this new strategy trust-led digital visibility.
Which sounds very polished.
It's a very polished way of saying, how do I convince a robot to trust me enough to recommend me?
Right. Because that's the game now. We're not just optimizing for those 10 blue links on a Google page anymore. We're talking about AEO and GEO.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's break down that alphabet soup.
Mm.
AEO is Answer Engine Optimization.
And GEO is generative engine optimization.
Right.
Okay, think of it this way. The old SEO was like a librarian pointing you to the right shelf.
You still had to find the book and read it yourself.
Yes. But these new platforms, Copilot, Grok, Google's AI overviews, they're the researcher who reads all the books for you and just gives you the summary.
So if I ask for advice on buying a house with student debt, I don't want a list of websites.
You want the answer, the synthesized answer.
Which means if I'm a mortgage broker, my goal isn't just for a user to click my link. My goal is for the AI to read my content and use it to write its answer.
Precisely. And Samyak points out this means you need two different overlapping tactics. There's AI SEO and then there's LLM SEO.
I have to admit, I kind of thought those were the same thing.
They're close, but the focus is a little different. AI SEO is all about intent. It uses machine learning to figure out the nuance. So someone searching for refinance rates has a different intent than someone searching is now a good time to buy a house. One is transactional, the other is informational. AI SEO helps the algorithm know which one you're serving.
Got it. Whereas LLM SEO, that's more about being citation worthy.
That is the perfect way to put it. Think of the large language model as a very, very cautious student writing a term paper.
It needs sources it can actually trust.
Yes. And if your content is authoritative, well-structured, easy for a machine to parse, the LLM is much more likely to quote you in its answer.
And this brings us back to the trust part of Samyak's whole strategy. But how does an algorithm measure something as human as trust?
It doesn't have a gut feeling, but it has a checklist. Google calls it EET.
Right. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. That's not new, but I guess for mortgages, the stakes are just way higher.
Way higher. This is what Google calls your money or your life content. If an AI gives bad financial advice, that's a huge problem. So the models are trained to be incredibly critical.
So what are they looking for?
They're scraping your site for things like compliance disclosures, regulatory information, your NMLS number, all of the official stuff.
Wow. So compliance isn't just a legal requirement anymore. It's an actual SEO signal. If you bury your license number in the footer, an AI might just see you as unverified and move on.
And it goes even deeper than that. You have to, speak the robot's language. Samyak talks a lot about semantic SEO.
Using schema markup, right?
Exactly.
Is that basically the code on the back end that tells the AI, hey, this word loan isn't just a word, it's a specific FHA loan product available in this city?
You nail it. You're connecting the dots for the AI so it doesn't have to guess. You're building its knowledge graph for it. And AIs are programmed to avoid guessing when there's money on the line.
That feels like a massive technical lift, though. You have to be a great content writer, a compliance officer, and a web developer.
It is a lot, which is why Samyak positions themselves as a partner to handle that stuff, the technical audits, the reputation management, and you can't forget the old school stuff either.
You still need good reviews and local map listings.
For sure, because eventually the user closes their laptop and needs to drive to an actual office. You need to exist in the AI's world and on the physical map.
It just completely changes what it means to be visible online. You have to optimize for the machine first, just so the human can find you second.
That's the new reality. The gatekeeper has changed.
It leaves me with this one big question, though. If we're all optimizing our trust signals for algorithms, polishing our data and our schema, are we finding the truly best human advisors? Or are we just finding the ones who are the most machine-readable?
That's the question that's going to define the next decade of this industry.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.